up, everybody? Vinny coming at you here. I went away for a little while, but now I'm back. Before I get started with this video, I want to address someone who considers himself to be family, but the only good thing about it is we don't share any blood. The reason I want to address this is because when I made my last video, he put up some kind of negative comments, and just so all of you know, I don't keep any negative comments. They all get deleted, so you might as well just save your time and energy. They're going to be deleted. I don't even care what you have to say. When I see something negative, I just say whatever, delete it. I don't even care. You don't offend me or anything. So if you have a problem with any of these videos that you see, here's an idea. Do yourself a favor. Get the fuck off my channel. Don't watch anymore, because I really don't need your negative bullshit, okay? Nobody needs anybody's negative bullshit. If you can't say anything good, don't say nothing at all. If you're going to say something so fucking stupid as to be an insult or whatever, you can take that insult, shove it up your ass. I'm not going to give a fuck what you got to say. I'm just going to delete your comment and just move on. So don't waste your time. Well, one person in particular who did leave the negative comments in one of my last videos, he considers himself to be a family member, and I don't talk to my father. I consider my father my sperm donor, but I used to ask my father about this particular so-called family member, and he always used to tell me I didn't need to worry about this person. I always wondered about that. I kind of figured that, you know, maybe my father was trying to keep us apart for some reason. But after getting to know this person as little as I did get to know this person, I think my father may have had a very valid point when he said I don't need to worry about this person, because the character of this person is lower than complete shit. He has a problem with life itself. He doesn't appreciate when people say things to him, I guess. He seems to be the type of person who can dish it out and dish it out, but he can't take it for shit. He found us through social media after a lifetime, basically. And once he found us, we kind of got a little excited, because, you know, we thought it was going to be nice to be back in his life. It was with such regret that he found us, because it was like, it kind of felt like we were dirty, because, you know, this piece of scum was back in our lives somehow, and we just needed to be rid of him. And thankfully he did it himself. You know, he rid us of himself by deleting us, because the bitch couldn't take people saying things back to him. He started in on my family members, people who he didn't even know, starting trouble with them, starting trouble with other people. He also hates people who are on assistance, by the way. If you get government assistance, if you're on welfare or anything like that, you get any kind of government assistance, he hates you. Yeah. You're like the lowest piece of dog shit in the world. Now, I am not on assistance, but I have family members who are. My mother was on welfare when we were growing up, because, again, my father was never there. He didn't care if we lived or died. Anybody who's ever received welfare, or if you are receiving welfare, he has a problem with you, because you're like the lowest piece of shit to him. You're lazy, and you don't. All you do basically is take his money out of his pocket. He's one of those people who says that people who are on assistance are taking his money, and I really don't know why he's like that. I haven't seen him since I was a kid, and to be honest, I was looking forward to seeing him when he did find us, but now if I never see him again, it'll be too soon. He's not somebody I care to even associate myself with. He's really as low as a human being can get. The best part about it is we're not even blood related, so We're not even family. We're complete strangers, and I want to keep it that way. I've never known him all my life, and I just want to keep it that way. To attack people who are on assistance, you know, getting welfare or Social Security and things like that, he has a big problem with it. He doesn't think anybody deserves it. He thinks that anybody who goes out and gets pregnant, he calls them sluts and whores and everything like that, and he thinks that because a woman gets pregnant and doesn't have a father for the child, that they ought to go out and bust their ass in McDonald's and make whatever money they can instead of trying to get assistance. There are a lot of people in this world. The last time I made a video, there was a so-called family member of mine who decided to take it upon himself to leave negative comments, and he did that because, aside from being a bitch, I guess because he's the type who can dish it, but he can't take it, and he loves trouble. He loves causing trouble. And if you're on welfare or any kind of assistance, you're a scumbag and a piece of shit and a worthless lowlife compared to this guy. He's one of those individuals. I'm not even gonna make myself sick over him because he's really not even fucking worth it. But anything you have to say to me, my family, I know it's been a long time, and luckily nobody's ever heard from you. But instead of taking cheap shots over the fucking internet, take that bullshit somewhere else, because you're just wasting your time, you're wasting our time. Nobody gives a fuck what you have to say anymore. Nobody's ever cared what you had to say. So save your time and energy. And if you don't like what I'm saying right now, get the fuck off my page. Don't even waste your time, because if you do write me a comment and I see your name, it's not even going to be read. So don't even waste your time. You can say what you want, call me this, call me that. I can give two flying fucks. You're nothing to me. You never were nothing to me. You're never going to be nothing to me. So take your shit and go somewhere else with it, okay? And since we're on the line of family members, what I do want to talk about is, actually, it's a couple more family members who I am so ashamed to be related to, and these two are actually blood relatives of mine, and I swear if I can drain their part of the blood out of me, I do it in a heartbeat. Again, I'm not mentioning anybody's names at all, but I want to talk about pedophiles. I don't understand you fucking people at all. What does an adult get by inappropriately touching a minor, someone who is under the age of 5? Some of you even go after infants. When I think about it, it really does make me nauseous. I just want to hurl. I've got a 1-year-old niece, and the thought of it, the thought of anyone ever putting their hands on her in that manner, I would be the fucking judge, jury, and executioner. They wouldn't even make it to court. I just don't understand how people get off on... I'm sorry, it's a very touchy situation with me, because, again, I happen to be related to people, 2 more people, actually, who, if I never see again, it'll be too soon. How do you live with yourself knowing that you done something with a tiny little child? What in the fuck do you get out of that? How can any of you sick fucks even touch a child like that? You're like the nastiest motherfuckers alive. I mean, what, are you that afraid to go out and find an adult to be with? Or are you so sick and disgusted with yourself that you know no one's ever going to love you, so you got to take advantage of an innocent kid? Okay? Even priests, they do the same damn thing. You can't even trust a priest anymore. They molest you. Cops arrest you and they rape you. I've read stories about cops arresting teenage prostitutes, and before they even get them to the jail, they rape them in the cars. You can't trust police. You can't trust a clergyman. You can't trust anybody. When you have a little innocent child who has no clue what you're doing, and you're giving them bullshit like, oh, this will feel good. Oh, this is what we're supposed to do. Oh, you're going to like that. You are a sick, perverted, low-life, scumbag mother... Again, it just makes me sick because there are those in my bloodline who are like that. I haven't seen them in years and years and years, and I just want to keep it that way. They are people I never do plan on seeing again, and if I do, I'm gonna just treat them like the strangers because that's basically what they are. I haven't seen them in so long, but just to think that that's what they're doing, it's sickening. They get off on it. They've done it. A lot of people go to jail for it, and when they come out, they do it again. I just don't understand it, and you know, it's people like that who are able to walk the streets. But if you take two people of the same sex, two people of the same sex who are in love with each other or have feelings with each other, you seem to have a problem with that. You seem to have a problem with either two men or two women who love each other and are happy with each other, and they're not committing any crime at all. The only thing that they're doing is, the only crime they may be committing is against their own family, who happen to be closed-minded people who don't want to open their eyes and realize that, hey, this person's in love with that person. Is it bothering me? No. So what the fuck do you care? But those people, gay people, they get attacked, they get killed, they get physically and verbally abused by society, but nobody seems to think anything is wrong with pedophiles. But to have family like that, and to know that that's what they've done their entire lives, and they're one or two of them, or however many of them more, they're continuing to do it to this day, it's really, it is sad. And I don't know if, I guess I was a victim of a pedophile when I was a child. I was not sexually abused, but I guess I was a victim of a pedophile, and I can't mention any names. I really can't mention any names. You know, no names will ever be mentioned from me as far as this format goes. But yes, I was a victim of a pedophile when I was a child. I wasn't sexually molested, but there was a person who took it upon himself on more than one occasion to expose himself to me, and I wasn't the only one that this happened to. Someone else in my family, I cannot say who, claimed to be victimized in the exact same way that I was, and I believe him because he said it happened from the exact same person who did it to me when I was a kid. So I have to believe him. Everything he said also, everything he said that was done to him, it kind of reflected to my childhood and what happened to me when it was done to me. But I don't know if this person has ever molested anyone. I mean, he has 3 kids of his own, so I don't know if he's ever done anything to them. I don't know if he's done anything to his grandchildren. I would hope not. And those are family members too who I'm done with, and if I never see them either again, it'll be too soon. But when I was a kid, we would go over to their house a few times a year, because I lived in Brooklyn. They lived kind of far from me. They lived in New York, but they lived kind of far. And I didn't like to go over there because I knew it was going to happen, and it did on more than one occasion, and I really hated going over there. I really hated going over there. And again, the relative that I had who said it happened to him, I have to believe him because it happened to me, and when I think back about it, it just nauseates me to know that there are people like that out there. But that's all I got to say about that one. I just don't understand you people at all. How do you live with yourself? How do you look yourselves in the mirror? You know what? This isn't even the type of video I planned on making because I'm actually going to get upset, and this is going to be cut really short. I'm going to be back with more videos. I'm going to start putting them up as often as I can. I did get an offer a few weeks ago from someone out in Long Island to participate in their internet radio show. I haven't heard back from them yet. I'm still hoping that that's still in the works, but because I'll definitely be all for that. I would love to do that. So keep your fingers crossed for me on that one. But yeah, I'm sorry. This video is I didn't plan on this, but I mean, I started talking about one idiot who says he's family, but luckily he's not family because we share no blood whatsoever. So stranger, that's all we're going to be for the rest of our lives, okay? We've been strangers all these years. You briefly came back into my life. You briefly disrupted my life with your bullshit, and I'm so glad you decided to walk out of our lives again. Never had you in my life when I was a kid. Never had you in my life growing up. Don't want you in my life now, so we don't exist. I don't exist to you. You don't exist to me. So that's how it would be. And the pedophiles that I am unfortunately blood related to, same thing goes for you guys. You know, you guys don't exist for me, and I don't exist for you. Especially the way your family decided, and I say your family because none of yous are mine. None of yous are my family. As of 5 years ago, however long it's been, and every one of you wanted to condemn me and throw me under the bus for something every one of yous know that I did not do, and you didn't come to me with it. Nobody picked up a phone and says, "Hey man, is any of this true?" No, you took everything that you heard, all the lies that you heard, and you condemned me on those lies. You never looked for proof. The only proof that you had is whatever bullshit lawyer papers that you guys said you had. Let's see. Somebody told me that when I was trying to tell a certain someone that I didn't say anything or I didn't do anything, that person told me that I was a bullshitter and I was a liar because lawyer papers didn't lie. Well, if lawyer papers don't lie, then how did one person in particular get released? Good question, isn't it? Yeah, I know. But, not to mention all the perjury that was committed. But anyway. Okay, this is kind of a downer for me. I hope it's not a downer for you, but I'm gonna end this right now. My next video, it's gonna be a hell of a lot better. I do apologize for this one. It just talking about pedophiles. It just gets me really, really upset here. And unless I've got people asking me questions, I really don't want to talk about it no more. If I had someone here discussing this with me, it would be a little easier to talk to. But For me to sit here and talk about pedophiles, it's kind of making me a little nauseous here. So again, I do apologize. If you want to comment, go right ahead. Negative comments, again, like I said, they're all going to be deleted. So if you have something stupid to say, the second I see one stupid little line, I'm deleting it. So don't waste your time. All you're doing is giving me an extra second or two of my time that will be wasted hitting a delete button. So please don't do that. If you want to, go right ahead. It's your time wasted sitting there putting those stupid comments in. So go right ahead. To the family members who claim to be family and we don't even share any blood, you've never been in my life. Stay out of my life. Don't try to get back in my life, because we're complete strangers. We're not even of the same bloodline. I don't know you. You don't know me. We're never going to know each other. So that'll be that. And for those who I am ashamed who are in my bloodline, I don't know you anymore. You don't know me anymore. Stay out of my life, and I'll stay out of yours. We don't need to be in each other's lives. We don't need to be anything with each other, basically. We're strangers. We haven't seen each other in years, and I don't ever want to see any of you again. Again, I know this isn't I know this is not the best comeback video, but I just have to end it at that. It's the pedophiles that have gotten me sick, and all I can say is my next video is going to be a hell of a lot better. So